If you have brain fog, then I have good news for you. In most cases, you can improve it faster than you think, and sometimes, literally within a few days. But only if you start in the right place. You see, after my previous video, I received hundreds of comments. People were writing, "Yes, I feel this, but what do I do?" And that's the right question. Because knowledge is one thing, but action is something completely different. So today I'm not going to talk to you about the problem. I'm going to show you the solution. A concrete, practical solution that works and that you can start applying right now. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 simple things, not complicated, not expensive, just 5 things that start to clear your brain. First, I'll explain to you why exactly these 5 things work, what science is behind them. Because if you understand the mechanism, you'll be more motivated to act. Second, I'll show you how to implement them without stress. Not all at once, not revolutionarily, but gradually, naturally, so it becomes part of your life. And third, most importantly, I'll show you why exactly these steps give results faster than anything else. Because there are things that work slowly, and there are things that work fast. And I want to show you the fast ones. The ones that give results in days and weeks, not months. After my previous video, many of you started thinking about your brain, about what's happening to it, and that's good. But then the question arises, okay, I understand what's happening, but what do I do? And that's where most people make a mistake. They start looking for complicated solutions. They think, maybe I need supplements, or maybe I need a special diet, or maybe I need some complicated scheme. And they start searching the internet, and they find thousands of options. Each one promises a miracle. Each one says it's the best way, and they get lost. They get overwhelmed. They don't know where to start. And in the end, they do nothing, because everything seems too complicated. But here's the problem. Your brain doesn't require complicated solutions. It requires stability. It requires consistency. It requires simple but correct steps. Because your brain is not a machine that you need to hack with a complicated scheme. Your brain is a living organ that needs to be fed correctly. And when you feed it correctly, it works. Simply, naturally, without complications. I've seen this hundreds of times. People come to me in desperation. They think they need something revolutionary. But when I show them simple steps, they're amazed. They say, "That's it? It's that simple?" And I say, yes, it's that simple. Because the most powerful solutions are often the simplest ones. Let's start with the main thing, with the foundation. Because if you understand the foundation, everything else will make sense. For your brain to work clearly, it needs 2 things. Only 2. First, stable energy. Not spikes, not ups and downs, but stable, predictable energy. Because when energy spikes, your brain can't work. It's in survival mode. It can't think clearly. It can't concentrate. It can't remember. Second, a clean environment, without extra toxins, without extra inflammation, without extra garbage. Because when your brain is in a clean environment, it can work optimally. It can recover. It can improve. And here's what I'm going to show you now. These are 5 things that work toward exactly these 2 goals. Each one either stabilizes energy or cleans the environment, or does both. That's it. It's simple, it's logical, and it works. Step 1, stable breakfast. The first thing that changes everything fastest is breakfast. And I'm not saying this just to say it. I've seen people change only their breakfast, and their brain starts working better. Within days, not months, within days. Because breakfast is the first signal you give your body. It's the first choice of the day, and that choice determines the entire rest of the day. Most people make the same mistake in the morning. They wake up, they drink coffee, maybe they eat a cookie, or they eat nothing at all. And what happens? A sharp spike in energy from caffeine, then a sharp drop, and all day they feel exhausted. All day they're in a fog, because they started the day with instability. But imagine something different. Imagine you wake up, and instead of coffee and cookies, you eat a breakfast with protein, fats, no sugar. For example, eggs with avocado, or fish with vegetables, or meat with butter. And what happens? Your energy rises slowly, stably, and stays stable all day. Because protein and fats provide long-lasting energy. They don't cause spikes. They don't cause crashes. They just give you stable fuel. And you see the difference right away during the day. You feel clearer. You think faster. You concentrate better. I remember one patient. His name was Robert. He was 58 years old. He was a businessman, a very busy person. He came to me and said, "Doctor, I wake up at 5 a.m. I drink coffee. I work. But by 10 a.m. I feel exhausted. I can't think. I can't make decisions." And I asked him, "What do you eat for breakfast?" He answered, "Coffee and a cookie, sometimes just coffee." And I said, "That's the problem." I recommended he change his breakfast. Eggs with avocado. Every day. Just that. Nothing else. And within a week he came to me and said, "Doctor, this is incredible. I wake up. I eat eggs with avocado. And I feel clear all day. I can work until 2 p.m. without an energy crash. It changed my life. Just breakfast. Just protein and fats. Just stable energy." And his brain started working. Step 2. Remove sugar. Second, reduce sugar. Not completely. I'm not saying you need to be perfect, but reduce it significantly. Because sugar is the #1 enemy of clear thinking. And I'm saying this as a doctor who has seen the results. Here's what happens when you eat sugar. You eat something sweet. Your blood sugar spikes up. Your brain gets a burst of energy. You feel good. But then, your body releases insulin. Insulin quickly lowers your blood sugar, and you crash. You feel exhausted. You feel foggy. You feel tired. And this isn't just a feeling. It's a real process in your brain. When blood sugar drops, your brain can't work optimally. It's in survival mode. It can't think clearly. It can't concentrate. It can't remember. And this is the fastest trigger for brain fog. Sugar equals energy spikes. Energy spikes equals brain fog. It's an equation. So when you remove sugar, you remove the spikes. And when you remove the spikes, you remove the fog. This might be the fastest improvement you'll notice. I've seen people remove sugar, and within 2 days they say, "Doctor, I feel like a new person." 2 days, not 2 weeks, 2 days. Because your brain responds very quickly to stability. Now, I'm not saying you need to be perfect. I'm not saying you should never eat anything sweet. I'm saying you should reduce it significantly. Remove sugary drinks. Remove cookies. Remove candy. Remove sweet breakfasts. And instead, eat natural sweets, fruits, honey, but rarely, and in small amounts. Because even natural sugar can cause spikes if there's too much of it. But if you reduce sugar, you'll notice the difference quickly. Step 3. Protein in every meal. Third, protein. Every meal should contain it, not just breakfast. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and even snacks. Why? Because protein does 3 things. First, it stabilizes your blood sugar. When you eat protein, your blood sugar rises slowly, stably, without spikes. Second, it provides long-lasting energy. Protein is digested more slowly than carbohydrates, so the energy from protein lasts longer. You don't feel a crash an hour later. You feel stable energy all day. Third, protein is the building block for your brain. Your brain is made of proteins. Neurotransmitters are proteins. Synapses are proteins. So when you eat protein, you give your brain what it's made of. You give it material for recovery. So every meal should contain protein. Breakfast, eggs, fish, meat. Lunch, fish, meat, chicken. Dinner, meat, fish, eggs. Snack, nuts, cheese, meat. Just make sure every meal has protein, and you'll notice the difference. Your energy will be more stable. Your brain will work better. Your concentration will be better. I remember one patient. Her name was Susan. She was 62 years old. She was a teacher. She came to me and said, "Doctor, I can't concentrate during lessons. I forget what I wanted to say. I feel exhausted by the end of the day." And I asked her, "What do you eat for lunch?" She answered, "Usually a salad or soup, sometimes just fruit." And I said, "That's the problem. No protein." I recommended she add protein to every meal. Fish for lunch, eggs for breakfast, meat for dinner. And within 2 weeks, she came to me and said, "Doctor, I feel completely different. I can concentrate all day. I remember what I wanted to say. I don't feel exhausted. It changed my work." Just protein. just stable energy, and her brain started working. Step 4. The right fats for your brain. Fourth, fats. The right fats, because your brain loves fats. Your brain is 60% fat. 60%. That's not a typo. Most of your brain is fat. So when you eat the right fats, you give your brain what it's made of. But not all fats are the same. There are fats that help, and there are fats that harm. Fats that help. Grass-fed butter, extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, fatty fish, salmon, sardines, mackerel, avocado, nuts. These fats provide stable energy without spikes. They nourish your brain, they protect your brain, they help your brain recover. Fats that harm. Vegetable oils, sunflower, corn, margarine, trans fats, fats from ultra-processed foods. These fats cause inflammation. They damage your brain. They accelerate aging. So remove the bad fats and add the good ones, and you'll notice the difference. Your brain will work better. Your energy will be more stable. Your mood will be better. I remember one patient. His name was James. He was 65 years old. He was an engineer. He came to me and said, "Doctor, I feel like my brain is working slower. I can't think fast. I can't react fast. I feel old." And I asked him, "What do you eat?" He answered, "I eat healthy food. I eat vegetable oil. I avoid butter." And I said, "That's the problem." I recommended he change his oils. Remove vegetable oil. Add olive oil and butter. Add fatty fish. Add avocado. And within a month he came to me and said, "Doctor, I feel sharper. I think faster. I react faster. I feel young. It's incredible. Just fats. Just the right fats." And his brain started working. Step 5. Gut and digestion. And finally, your gut. Because your gut and your brain are connected. This is called the gut-brain axis, and it's very real. What happens in your gut affects your brain. If your gut is healthy, your brain is healthy. If your gut is in trouble, your brain is in trouble. So you need to take care of your gut. How? First, add fermented foods. Kefir, yogurt, sauerkraut, kimchi. These foods contain probiotics. Probiotics are good bacteria that live in your gut and that help your gut work. When you have good bacteria, your gut is healthy. And when your gut is healthy, your brain is healthy. Second, eat simple natural food, not ultra-processed, not with additives, not with preservatives. Just natural food. Meat, fish, vegetables, fruits, nuts. Because your gut evolved to digest natural food. Not chemical additives, not preservatives, not ultra-processed stuff. When you eat natural food, your gut works easily. When you eat ultra-processed food, your gut works hard. And this causes inflammation. And this inflammation affects your brain. So remove the ultra-processed and add the natural. And you'll notice the difference. Your gut will work better. Your brain will work better. Your energy will be better. I remember one patient. His name was Michael. He was 60 years old. He was a businessman. He came to me and said, "Doctor, I have digestive problems and I feel brain fog. Are they connected?" And I said, "Yes, they're very connected." I recommended he change his diet. Remove ultra-processed food. Add natural food. Add fermented foods. And within 3 weeks, he came to me and said, "Doctor, my gut works better, and the fog is gone. I feel clear. It's incredible. Just your gut, just natural food." And his brain started working. Now I want to tell you a story of one patient, because this story shows how all of this works together. His name was David. He was 59 years old. He was a lawyer, a very successful lawyer. But a few months ago, he started noticing something. He would come to the office. He would drink coffee. He would eat a cookie. He would work. But by 10 a.m., he felt exhausted. He couldn't concentrate. He couldn't think clearly. He forgot details of cases. He forgot clients' names. And this scared him, because his work requires clear thinking. His work requires memory. His work requires concentration. And he felt like he was losing all of it. He came to me in desperation. He said, "Doctor, I don't know what's happening to me. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Could this be the beginning of dementia?" And I asked him, "Tell me about your day. How do you start?" He told me, "I wake up at 5 a.m. I drink coffee. I eat a cookie or a roll. I work. By 10 a.m. I feel exhausted. I drink more coffee. I eat more cookies. I work. By 12 p.m. I feel even worse. I eat lunch, usually pasta or a sandwich. I work. By 3 p.m. I feel completely exhausted. I drink coffee, I eat candy, and so on all day. And I understood. This was a classic picture. Blood sugar spikes, energy spikes, crashes, and all day in a fog. I said to him, David, this isn't dementia. It's just instability. Your brain isn't getting stable energy. That's why it can't work. And I gave him a plan. Not revolutionary, just a simple plan. First, change your breakfast. Instead of coffee and a cookie, eggs with avocado. Second, remove sugar. Remove cookies, rolls, candy. Third, add protein to every meal. Fourth, use the right oils, olive oil, butter. Fifth, eat natural food. Remove ultra-processed. That's it. Nothing complicated, nothing expensive, just simple steps. And I said to him, David, try this for a week and see what happens. He agreed. And within a week he came to me. I asked, how are you? He said, Doctor, it's incredible. I don't know what happened, but I feel completely different. I asked, tell me more. He said, I wake up, I eat eggs with avocado, and I feel clear all day. I work, I concentrate, I remember details, I remember names. I don't feel an energy crash. I don't feel fog. It's like I got myself back. And I asked, did you change anything else? He said, no, I just followed your plan. I changed my breakfast. I removed sugar. I added protein. I used the right oils. I eat natural food. That's it. And I said, you see, it works. A month later, he came to me again. He said, Doctor, I feel like a new person. I work better than ever. I remember everything. I concentrate better. I feel young. It changed my life. And it was true. Just because he gave his brain stable energy, just because he removed the spikes, just because he followed a simple plan, and his brain started working. Expectations and reality. Now I want to tell you something important, because it's important. This isn't magic. I'm not saying you'll change your breakfast and suddenly you'll be a genius. No, that's not how it works. But the effect can be fast, very fast. First changes. Within a few days, you'll notice your energy is more stable. You'll notice you don't feel a crash at 10 a.m. You'll notice you can concentrate longer. Within a week, the improvement becomes more noticeable. You feel clearer. You think faster. You remember better. Within 2 weeks, you feel completely different because your brain started recovering, because you gave it what it needs. But this isn't magic. It's science. It's biology. It's how your body works. When you give it stable energy, it works. When you give it a clean environment, it recovers. It's simple, it's logical, and it works. Now I want to give you a concrete action plan, because knowledge is good, but action is better. And I want you to act, right now, today. Week 1, start with one step. Choose one of the 5. Maybe it's breakfast. Maybe it's removing sugar. Maybe it's adding protein. Choose one and start with that. Just one step, not all 5 at once. Because if you try to change everything at once, you'll fail. You'll be overwhelmed. You'll give up. So start with one. Week 2, add the second step. Now you have 2 steps. Week 3, add the third step. Week 4, add the fourth step. Week 5, add the 5th step. And here's what happens. Within a month, you start noticing improvement. Your brain works better. You remember better. You concentrate better. Within 2 months, the improvement becomes more noticeable. You feel sharper. You think faster. You react faster. Within 3 months, you feel like you did before, or even better, because your brain is recovering, because you're giving it what it needs. This is the plan. It's simple, it's accessible, and it works. Now I want to say a few important things, because it's important. First, this isn't magic. I already said that, but I want to repeat it. These steps won't solve all your problems. They won't give you back your youth, but they'll help. They'll slow down degeneration. They'll improve your cognitive function. They'll help you stay yourself. Second, these steps work best when you combine them with other healthy habits, with good sleep, with exercise, with stress management, with social interaction, because your brain is a complex system and you need to take care of all aspects. Nutrition is one part, but it's an important part. Third, If you have any medical conditions, consult with your doctor before you start, because some foods can interact with medications, so consult with your doctor. Fourth, be patient. Results don't come in a day. They come in days and weeks, because your brain recovers slowly. But if you're consistent, results will come. Fifth, don't give up. If you don't see results within a week, don't give up. If you don't see results within a month, don't give up, because results do come, but they come in their own time. So be patient, be consistent, and results will come. I want to end this video with a message of hope, because I know many of you are scared. Many of you feel fear. Fear about what's happening to your brain, fear about the future, fear about losing yourself. And I understand that fear. I've seen that fear in the eyes of my patients, but I've also seen that this fear is unfounded, because your brain can recover, your brain can improve, your brain can stay young, but only if you give it what it needs, only if you act, only if you don't wait. And here's what I want to tell you. You're not alone. Thousands of people feel the same way. Thousands of people got scared, but thousands of people also started acting, and they see results. They see improvement. They see themselves becoming themselves again. And you can be one of them. You can start today. You can start with one step. You can start with one day. And within a week, you'll be surprised. Within 2 weeks, you'll be grateful. Within a month, you'll be happy. Because you'll get yourself back. Because you'll get your brain back. Because you'll get your life back. So start today. Not tomorrow. Not next month. But today. Because every day matters. Every day you eat right is a day your brain recovers. It's a day you win. It's a day you give yourself. So start today, and I'll be with you. I'll guide you. I'll show you what works. Because I believe in you. I believe in your ability to recover. I believe in your ability to stay yourself. I believe in you. Now I want to hear from you. What are you ready to start with? Write in the comments. Just one word. Breakfast, if you'll start by changing your breakfast. Sugar, if you'll start by removing sugar. Protein, if you'll start by adding protein. Oils, if you'll start with the right oils. Gut, if you'll start with natural food. Right, because I want to know. I want to know you're starting to act. I want to know you're taking responsibility for your brain. I want to know you're not waiting. Write in the comments, and I'll read your comments, and I'll be happy to see you acting. Remember 5 things. 5 main things. First, stable breakfast is the foundation. Protein and fats, no sugar. It's the first signal of the day. Second, remove sugar. It's the fastest improvement. Sugar equals spikes. Spikes equals fog. Remove sugar equals clarity. Third, protein in every meal. It stabilizes energy. It nourishes your brain. It provides long-lasting energy. Fourth, the right fats. They're fuel for your brain. Olive oil, butter, fish. They nourish your brain. They protect your brain. Fifth, natural food. It's a clean environment. Remove ultra-processed. Add natural. It cleans your gut. It cleans your brain. These are 5 things. Remember them. In the next video, I'll show you something very important. I'll show you foods that damage your memory. Foods that most people eat every day. Foods that you're probably eating right now. And I'll show you why they harm your brain and how to avoid them, because knowledge is powerful. When you know what harms your brain, you can avoid it. When you know what helps your brain, you can do it. And this combination, knowledge and action, is what changes lives. So watch the next video. It will be very important. And if you want a clear mind after 60, if you want to stay independent, if you want to stay yourself, subscribe to the channel, because I'll keep sharing with you. I'll show you what works. I'll guide you step by step, because I believe in you, and I want you to stay yourself. Thank you for watching, and start today.